How you doing? Um, well, it is time to get into patch 5.5. Sorry, I've been a little bit late doing it. Um, it's been a crazy time for me lately. Nothing really bad going on. Um, I did want to do this yesterday, but I was feeling a little bit under the weather around this time, so I was in bed by 6 p.m., which is I never do that. Um, I'm loading in right now. Just give me a second. I'm at the character select screen. But yeah, I was a little bit under the weather, which is why I didn't do this stream yesterday. Um, I never did log out from the Tempest. Shit. Oh yeah, that's right. This is where I was running earlier this morning doing an A rank train, and I was using Wi-Fi and I got disconnected. So that's why I am. That's why I'm a bit discombobulated. So let me return to my home world. A nice little punch here. Yeah, it's running the ferry A rank train. Let me head back home to my home world. So, other things that I've been new lately. Been working quite a bit. And I have built me a new computer, a new PC. Yep, complete with graphics card and everything. And if it weren't for the graphics card that my friend helped me out with, I probably wouldn't have done it. But here we are. Since he helped me out quite a bit with it, I decided to build after all. Otherwise, I probably would have bought it to be pre-built, because everything I've seen so seems like this is the worst time ever to build a PC. Hold on. I'm gonna lower the volume right now. I'm kind of hearing too much feedback in my headphones, so give me just a second. Okay, that's better. I can hear myself more. Didn't want to be too loud. Let's see. Now I need to put my character back together for the MSQ, because yes, I'm worried about such vanity. Where's the... Did I take care of... Okay, I still have it. Only thing is, I wound up getting rid of that awesome bow, because I upgraded my bow, and it wound up, in my opinion, not being as good of a glamour. I mean, I know I need to upgrade it further, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I really did like that Brilliance. I think it was called Brilliance. So I might just take care of that, get the replica right quick. Yes, I worry about such things on stream. Yes, I know I need to feed the node. Nah. The thing I don't like about it is it doesn't glow. Oh wow. We'll make do with it. Sorry, I'm a little bit lost. Sorry about the chapeau, please. Alright, so shall we go ahead and get into the MSQ? Why not? And sorry if my things look a little bit off from what they used to. I've been experimenting with Final Fantasy XIV on the PC. The only reason I haven't gone to it, at least for this stream, is I don't really have a stream set up for the PC yet. So, this will probably be my last really stream just going right off of the PS4. Just a second here. Let's see, what does Afino have to say? Alright, Afino. In the face of this new draconic threat, we would indeed benefit from Estinian's presence. Can't remember if that's what he said when we left off or not. Yet I cannot help but wonder how Kral and Tataru intend to locate him. He certainly seemed confident, however. I think it is. Honestly? Dawn's respite. Grahatian Yashtora. While events have taken a grim turn, I must say that I have enjoyed our time adventuring together, the visit to Outlaw not least of all. Since then, I have spent more time pondering why Lord Aemon rejected Owen's proposal to investigate a cure for iconic corruption. Perhaps he judged the endeavor too difficult to pursue, I considered, but it seems more likely that it was not in Alec's best interest for a cure to exist. Whatever the truth may be, full glad am I that we could finish what Owens began. I think that was also from 5.4 too, so... Alright. Oops. Alrighty, shall we get this started? Yes, I know I'm lame. LSA. LSA is waiting patiently for the return of certain science, not least of all, you. Well, of course. I mean... Good news, Lorraine. Thancred and Urianger have finished a tour of Garlemald and are on their way back here even as we speak. As we still haven't heard anything on the towers from the Alliance, I'm hoping they might be able to shed some light on things. They're due to arrive at any moment now, so let's see what they have to say, eh? I guess. Why not? Ah, welcoming party. You needn't have gone to the trouble. From what I hear, you've been more than busy enough as it is. Honestly, you might have waited for me to return before discovering a cure for tempering. As it is, I can't even pretend to have been involved. That's the old Thancred, I know. As it is, I can't even pretend to have been involved. Well, if it's any consolation, I myself was little more than a spectator. The lion's share of the credit must go to Alice, Graha, and Lorraine. But I believe I speak for the rest of us when I say we are proud to have rendered what little assistance we could. As you will also have heard, though, it hasn't all been tales of triumph. Just as we were the primal threat, a pile of fresh problems landed in our lap. Anyway, it's good to have you back. Though I can't help noticing that we're one Urianger short of a scouting party. You haven't lost some, have you? Oh, I couldn't lose him if I tried. And I did try. Repeatedly. But no, he decided to linger in Alamigo to apprise Raban and the others of how the land lies in Garlemald. Oh, good idea. And mayhap he would do the same for us. Indeed. It was just as Lee said. Worse, in fact. Devastation as far as the eye could see. Nerva and the Third, however, were notable by their absence. Might they have met their end at the hands of Xenos and Pendaniel? Perhaps. Perhaps they simply lost the will to fight. You see, the capital has been plunged into a deathly silence, with one exception, the Imperial Palace. It was a busy place before the war, but it has grown busier still, with throngs of soldiers and civilians working there day and night to rebuild, or rather, transform it. Transform it? Into what? That is a difficult question to answer. Construction is vast and unsettling to behold, like something from a nightmare. According to Urianger, certain aspects of its design were clearly devised with the manipulation of ether in mind. Magitech, in other words. Yet as unnerving as said edifice was, it was nothing next to the sight of its builders. They swarmed the place like so many insects working with nary a word exchanged between them. No one overseeing construction, no one marking orders. It was as if they were possessed. or tempered. We wanted to investigate more closely, but given our suspicions, it seemed wiser not to take the risk. If Daniel could bind Bahamut to his will, then he might have done the same to the people of Might he have done the same to the people of Garlemald? Whatever the truth may be, this information is certain to prove valuable. You have our thanks. Well, be sure to save some for Orianche, which reminds me, I have a message from Alamigo. Raban is hosting a meeting to discuss the latest findings on the towers, and he requested our presence. And why not leave that to us? You must be weary from your mission. No, I'm fine. Those towers have been on my mind since I first spied one on the way back, and I'm keen to get to the bottom of this. In that case, I shall stay and begin looking into another matter, as I promised Cryo. We not all intend. Looking into Mystidium? Oh, wait, he's probably helping with the tempering. Very well, I suggest the rest of us make our way to Alamigo forthwith. The sooner we leave, the more time we will have to speak with Orianche before the meeting. So yeah, and you can probably see some of the new stuff I have here, or new for me at least, but... I have a sim rig now, and if you happen to wonder why I'm not streaming on Project Cars 2 anymore, it's because we are moving to iRacing. I am now running iRacing. Actually won 3 races in my first 7 starts, so kind of happy with that. I don't know if it's... Oh, Lord. I thought that was Cheetah at first. Like, the Japanese, pronunciation for cheetahs from Final Fantasy X. I do wonder just what will become of us. We've been under Imperial rule for over 2 decades. What are we supposed to do now? We've had 2 years to figure that out. Or 3 years now, actually. Okay, Thancred says... Although I was only in Revenant's Toll for a short while, I did manage to squeeze in a brief drink with Flamin. Spring water only, it being a flying visit. Thancred. Well, probably a good visit, chance to reminisce, at least for a little bit, about Minfilia. Maybe tell her about Reeton. I wonder if there have been any developments regarding the Amalasha abductions. It could be no mere coincidence that the incidents began occurring just as the towers first appeared. Odyssey says... The Royal Menagerie is still closed to civilians. Fandaniel and his pets certainly left their mark. Avenue. Well, we may safely assume that the Teleferal are behind. Teleferal, forgot how to pronounce it already. Are behind the works being carried out on the Imperial Palace. You can only guess at their purpose. My friends. Much and more have I heard of your travails in our absence. Heartened am I to see you all hale and whole. I feel like he's getting more plain-spoken. More and more plain-spoken. As are we to see you safely returned from your mission, Urianger. I trust Thancred made you feel welcome? Well, if it isn't Alphino and his merry band. Oh, that's Arnvald. Right? Yes! I haven't forgotten everything yet! My young timer's disease has not progressed to a sufficient degree. Arnvald, whatever are you doing here? When we spoke via Lean Pearl, you told me you'd be away on a mission. Who's to say this isn't part of it? But enough about that. It's good to see you looking so similar. I thought you'd grown a bit taller after a whole year in another world, but apparently not. Well, I am sorry to disappoint you. While my soul may be a year older, my body is hardly aged, as you are well aware. And may I remind you that we Elysian are known to be late bloomers, especially in terms of our height. Mark my words, the day will come when even a great arc such as yourself will crane your neck to meet my eye. Twas not till my 20th summer that I myself outgrew my boyish proportions. Though Brita towered over me nonetheless. Aww, Brita! Arnvald brings out the best in Alphino, doesn't he? They both seem so at ease with each other's company. It's almost endearing. So what exactly brings you here? Oh, for Dola, mostly. We need to go over a few things before we set out. Knew for Dola was going to be in this patch. Set out? Wait, does this have something to do with the towers? What gave you that impression? Actually, tell me later. I've got a meeting to go to. I'll see you afterwards, alright? If Rodolo is going with him, that must mean... My apologies. As Arnvald rightly pointed out, we have a meeting to attend. Let us be about it. Hero. Oh crap, I forgot to reset that thing. Oh well, whatever. It'll be alright.
Ere we begin, I would like to offer my gratitude to Masters Thancred and Urianger. Tis no small feat to infiltrate the Imperial capital and live to tell the tale, much less in times of civil war. Thanks to them, we may plot our course in full knowledge of how the winds blow in Garlemald.
Full glad are we to have been of service. But verily, such dangers as we did encounter pale into insignificance next to those faced by our comrades. An Ascian, armed with the might of Bahamut, bent on bringing about the final days.
Theatrix. He sought only to make a show of the power at the Teleforoi's disposal.
Teleforois. See, I thought that ending was an L, but Teleforois.
But since then we have seen no sign of this Daniel or his worm. And while we've done what we can to bolster our defenses, there's no telling where he might strike next.
Whenever and wherever it may be, we must use the intervening time to learn more of our enemy. 'Twas with this in mind that we dispatched scouts to investigate the towers.
Our advance party took longer than expected to return. And when they did, they tried to kill us.
Yep.
Luckily, I'd seen that sort of thing before, and we were able to restrain them before they did any harm. Then it was just a matter of letting the Porksies do their work.
Just like that.
Are you saying they were tempered?
Once they'd come back to their senses, they told us everything they could. It seems that just as they were getting close to the tower, they heard an ear-splitting roar. And that was the last thing they remembered. But what worries me most is what they were saying right before they attacked. Glory be to Garlemald.
The Tempered have heretofore ever been thralls to primal entities. Yet these hapless souls were compelled to accept a nation as the object of their devotion. This calleth into question all that we know of the condition.
Would that the unsettling news ended there. Alas, there is more. Following the earlier reports of missing Amalja, we have learnt that other beast tribes have suffered similar losses. And we now have reason to believe that the abductions are connected to the appearance of the towers. Our scouts sighted black-garbed figures leading shackled Ixal in the direction of the tower in Dravania. The Temple Knights were able to intercept them before they could reach their destination, liberating the Ixal and apprehending their captors, each of whom was found to be equipped with Garlean arms and armor.
So, the Empire is the common thread.
With the support of Xenos, it seems likely that Fandaniel has rallied a faction of the splintered Garlean army to the banner of the Telophoroi.
Lord Hien reached the same conclusion when I shared our findings with Doma. The plan had been to march on Garlemald from the east and west in order to force a peace treaty. But the situation has changed. Dealing with the threat of the towers must come first. Given the nature of the enemy and the proven risk of tempering, I could think of few suitable candidates to aid in this task. But I am confident in my choice.
You talk about moi? Or Lorene? How'd I know? Oh, Fordola and Ernvald.
What?
Good to see Fordola about, honestly.
Resistant to primal influence as they are, they can investigate the towers without fear of being turned.
We are glad to put our gifts to use, Commander.
Gifted or not, going behind enemy lines remains a perilous undertaking. But we must know more if we're to strike back at our foe. I'm counting on you.
If it would give us the upper hand, I'd do it 100 times over. We won't let you down.
That concludes the briefing. You two, make ready and join your escort.
Are you certain about this, Arenvald?
I am. Come on, let's talk outside.
really quiet right now. Probably a lot of strange feelings going on with her, I would imagine. Here says, I accept that numbers can prove a hindrance when infiltrating enemy territory. To send only 2. Cordola, well, I ain't seen you in a while since you helped us out. Sorry. If it's small talk you're after, look elsewhere. Well, is that understandable? Now that it's out in the open, I don't have to keep it under my proverbial hat anymore.
So you know, I've already gone through all the formalities at the Rising Stones. Made sure to inform Jamolder and Vmar at Ralga's Reach as well.
Arenvold, I admire your enthusiasm, but this is far more dangerous than anything you have done before.
I know the risks. And I also know what's in store if we don't stop Fandaniel from carrying out his plan.
I swear he sounded a bit like Artbert there. Is his voice actor Joe Dempsey? I'm gonna have to look it up now. I'll look it up when I'm
With
done
this
with
power of mine, I can make a difference. If I stood idly by, I would regret it for the rest of my life.
And you, Fordola? Is this what you want?
What are you asking me for? It's not like I have any say in the matter.
Don't pretend. We both know Commander Aldin gave you a chance to refuse. And you didn't.
So the Empire's finished, is it? But that's what they're all saying. That the great and glorious Garlemald slit its own throat. And now, from out of its twitching carcass crawls the Telophoroi with bloody Xenos at its head! I fought for Garlemald. Killed for Garlemald. What was I part of? I need to know. Whatever it is. I need to know.
Still racked with guilt. Well, I mean, understandable. I mean, what she did was no small thing. So that's her motivation.
Very well. If your hearts are set on this, I shall not stand in your way.
I remember that little... Oh, yeah.
If you've finished with your touching display of camaraderie, I have a question. Which tower are you planning to investigate, exactly?
Is he like the Artbert to Alphino's Warrior of Light?
Well, the one in Girabani is said to be tightly guarded. It's patrol after patrol out there, apparently. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near it. Which is why we've set our sights on the one in Pagalthan instead. There shouldn't be anything like as many Imperials to worry about down there.
Even so, I doubt the local Amalja will look kindly on it if they catch you sneaking around in their territory.
Fordola and I had a chance to learn the lie of the land in our previous forays there. We might still find trouble, but at least we won't lose our way.
I swear, Ardbert is bleeding through in that voice. And this might be I don't know what...
We'd best not keep them waiting any longer.
I don't know if this is the result of, you know, they're still being in COVID protocol or what. I don't know what they're able to do with the studios, or if they're still recording at home.
Mayhap when all of this is over, we could take another trip to Loxeld. I would have you know I've become a rather capable swimmer since our last visit.
Does becoming a capable swimmer in NieR France translate to the source, though? That's my question.
I'll believe that when I see it. Though, to be fair, getting into deep water does seem to be a scion's lot in life. Take care, eh? It means a lot, you know. You coming with me.
I'll still owe you for saving my skin, don't I? Can't return the favour if I'm not there.
Knew she wasn't a...
I dare say you'll get your chance before long. That Fandaniel sounds like a tricky customer. Too much for the likes of me, anyway. But we both know I'd just be another soldier if it weren't for my gift. And I need to be a damn sight more than that given what's coming. I realise I can't hold a candle to a hero like the Warrior of Light, or Alphino, for that matter. He might look like he's 12, but he's seen more action than most people see in a lifetime. No, the fact is I'm nothing like them, and maybe I never will be. But I'll be damned if I don't try. They're counting on me. On us. So let's give it our all.
He does not want for conviction, that much is certain. So let us have faith in him. Him and Fordola both. While they see to the towers, I would attend to another task. Chasing down this lunar Bahamut.
Ah, bloody thing. Can you hear me? It's Tataru.
Oh!
I'm happy to say we've managed to find Estinian. And I'm sorry to say he went running off again the moment we told him about Bahamut. But he did mutter something about heading to Ishgard, so if you're quick, you might still be able to catch him.
Even if we set out this instant, he may already have left by the time we arrive. Have her send the Bonanza to Ishgard. It may prove useful should we need to give chase.
Gladly. I'll see to it as soon as Kryl and I get back to the Rising Stones. Good luck.
While you go off on your dragoon hunt, Urianger and I will return to headquarters. We have much to tell the others.
Speaking of Dragoon, I've been leveling that up lately.
I wish you every success in your search for our elusive friend. May we all meet again ere long.
Okay, so... Alright, Arenfall. Okay, English voice actor Stephen Hu in patch 4.0, which is Stormblood, and then from 4.1 on, it's Joe Dempsey. So it was the voice of Ardbert bleeding through in there. It really was. But still, I kind of find that endearing, actually, in a way. Hatia. Estinian Wormblood, the Azure Dragoon. His was another name that featured prominently in the history books, and it will be fascinating to meet the man in the flesh. I get the impression Arenvald is a lot more apprehensive than he lets on. He will have been grateful Alpha Noah was there to see him off. So Estinian was bound for Ishgard. Whatever it is that brings him home, we must hope it will keep him there long enough for us to find him. Come, there is no time to lose. You hear that clicking? It's me. I got a gear shift now. And it's you, the champion is soon Nidhogg. Your days have passed into legend, yet I am honored to speak with you thus in the flesh. I have only visited Ishgard once before, after the devastation of the 8th Emerald Calamity. To see the place in all its former, forgive me, in all its original glory, is a tantalizing prospect indeed. Assuming we find him, this will be my first encounter with the famous Estinian, and if he's half the man Alpha No claims, I fully expect to go weak at the knees. Perhaps do a bit of fainting while I'm at it. All present? Good. Let us split up and search for Estinian. Since we're relatively new to this place, Graha and I will look around the open spaces, the squares and markets and whatnot. You and Lorraine can delve into the nooks and crannies. Very well. Let us reconvene at the airship landing later, with or without Estinian. Good luck. I shall begin at the Sky Steel Manufactory, so perhaps you could try the congregation. Lucia may well have heard news of our friend's return. So yeah, here's my Dragoon, right here. You'll trailer armor. What, did I get level 60 on her yet? Oh yeah, I did, because I had to, because I got the Shire, or the, all that. Yeah, the Shire armor. Okay, so where are we going? Fury Bead Dragons. Day by day, the people strive to restore Ishgard to its former glory. Yet the Telephroi would seek to undo all that we have achieved and threaten not only our fair city, but the entire world. As ever, we Temple Knights are ready to fight to the last. Good evening to you, Warrior of Light. Lord Emmerich sent word that you would be attending the meeting at Nalamigo, so I gather you have not come in search of him. To what then do we owe the pleasure of your visit? I see. No, we were not aware, Sir Estinian had returned to Ishgard, but as I expect you remember, he is wont to come and go as he pleases. Mayhap he came seeking an audience with Lord Emmerich, only to find him absent? In any event, I am afraid I cannot help you. Perhaps one of your companions has fared better. Ah, shit. Forgot to really read the flavor text for the rest of it before. Oh well.
No sign of him. Not that I've ever met him before, but the way Alphino goes on about him, I'm fairly sure I could pick him out in a crowd.
Speaking of which, it does seem awfully quiet. If the erstwhile Azure Dragoon had returned to Ishgard, would it not be a source of general excitement?
I guess so. Oh, well there.
First the Scion's Coinkeeper, and now you. I'm beginning to think these meetings are more than mere coincidence.
Well.
Not that I'm complaining. It's been too long.
Oh no. Oh no!
Too long.
Uh-oh.
You look an ilm taller and twice as rugged. It suits you, Alphino. Quieter, though. Have you been giving him lessons on how to be the strong, silent type?
Oh no, she's about to explode.
I am not Alphino!
Yes! Yes!
If the two of you are such firm friends, perhaps you should remember what he looks like. And what do you mean, rugged?
I'd say, but I think you actually are a little bit more rugged than Alphino.
Had my brother mentioned what an oaf you are, I'd never have bothered looking for you in the first place.
Estinian Wormblood, the Azure Dragoon. He who fought and felled the dread worm Nidhogg at the Warrior of Light's side. To think the day would come when I should see this living legend with my own eyes.
Estinian's like...
Someone mind explaining what is going on?
Estinian is like... I've had enough of this shit!
Is everything all right? I thought I heard Alize shouting.
You did?
Estinian! It's been too long. No, it's quite understandable. That was hardly the first time we've been confused for one another. Nor, I suspect, will it be the last.
Well, I, for one, will not be making that mistake again. What I will say, for the second time today, is that you've grown. Inside and out. I can tell.
Awesome.
One can't remain a spoiled little...
At least some. You know, Alphino would never befriend other boys because he in charge. But he seems just as happy around Estinian.
What do I want to say? Perhaps he sees them as the brothers he's never had.
Good luck to them. It hasn't been easy being his sister, I can tell you that.